Old Mother Goose. Old Mother Goose, when she wanted to wander, would ride through the air on a very fine gander. Incy Wincy Spider. The Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again. Jack Sprat. Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean, and so between them both, you see, they licked the platter clean. Peter Pumpkin Eater. Peter Pumpkin Eater had a wife and couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. Sing a song of sixpence. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? Peas porridge hot. Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot 9 days old. Some like it hot, some like it cold, some like it in the pot 9 days old. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, knock at the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a good fat hen. Quarrelsome kittens. 2 little kittens one stormy night. They began to quarrel, they began to fight. One had a mouse and the other had none, and that's the way the quarrel begun. "I'll have that mouse," said the biggest cat. "You'll have that mouse? We'll see about that." "I will have that mouse," said the eldest son. "You shan't have the mouse," said the little one. I told you before 'twas a stormy night when these 2 little kittens began to fight. The old woman seized her sweeping broom and swept the 2 kittens right out of the room. The ground was covered with frost and snow, and the 2 little kittens had nowhere to go. So they laid them down on the mat at the door while the old woman finished sweeping the floor. Then they crept in, as quiet as mice, all wet with snow and as cold as ice, for they found it was better that stormy night to lie down and sleep than to quarrel and fight. Little Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider, who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Little Miss Tucket. Little Miss Tucket sat on a bucket, eating some peaches and cream. There came a grasshopper who tried hard to stop her, but she said, "Go away or I'll scream." Little Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone and they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them. Rain, rain, go away. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little Johnny wants to play. Old King Cole. Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. Every fiddler he had a fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Twee tweedledee, went the fiddlers. Oh, there's none so rare as can compare with King Cole and his fiddlers 3. Patter cake. Patter cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with a B. Put it in the oven for baby and me. Here we go round the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. The purple cow. I never saw a purple cow. I hope I never see one. But I can tell you anyhow, I'd rather see than be one. Mary had a little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Georgie Porgy. Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie Porgy ran away. I'm just a little puppy. I'm just a little puppy, and as good as can be, and why they call me naughty, I'm sure I cannot see. I've only carried off one shoe, and torn the baby's hat, and chased the ducks, and spilled the milk. There's nothing bad in that. Jack be nimble. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick. Little Boy Blue. Little Boy Blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Where's the little boy who looks after the sheep? He's under the haystack, fast asleep. Pussycat, pussycat. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to visit the Queen. Pussycat, pussycat, what did you there? I frightened a little mouse under her chair. Wee Willie Winkie. Wee Willie Winkie runs through the town, upstairs and downstairs in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the lock. Are all the children all in bed? Now it's 8 o'clock. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Polly, put the kettle on. 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 We'll all have tea. Sookie, take it off again. Sookie, take it off again. Sookie, take it off again. They've all gone away. Start the fire and make the toast. Put the muffins down to roast. Start the fire, we'll make the toast. We'll all have tea. Peter Piper. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. See how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Have you ever seen such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? Rub-a-dub-dub. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub, and how do you think they got there? The butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. They all jumped out of a rotten potato. That was enough to make a man stare. The Cat and the Fiddle. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon.